Hey guys, happy Friday. I am kind of multitasking right now, actually. So I am working on a website this morning. And as usual, I don't have everything set up the way I should for my live stream, but I'm here. Just give me a moment. Couple of things this morning. First, I've got a website for a client that I'm designing, and they have asked for a number of changes. These are the notes from my conversation yesterday. So I'm just going to try to kind of go through those notes by one and address all of the things he asked to change. Then when I'm done with, I'm going to find a stopping point in this, and then I'm going to switch gears to a comic book project that I'm working on. I'll share with you some of that process. But first things first, we wanted the nav bar to the top, which we just did. I also created a button here for request pricing. Another website that he sent me for an example. Individuality, so to speak. Make that outline just a little bit thicker. I think I'm going to make this bar a little bit taller also, just so there's just a bit more space around that button. Just this. Alright, so guess. Maybe it's a little loud. I had background music on a while back. For whatever reason, I removed it and sort of forgot about it, and then decided to put that back in. So I'm just going to take the volume down on that music, and curious to know your feedback on that. If you prefer music, prefer no music. Okay, we'll just grab this one. And we're going to replace this image as well. See what I can find. That's a pretty good one. Nope, it's kind of stretched though. Hey Matt, thanks for hanging out, even if it's briefly. I have music playing in the background now, and I'm curious if you're on here long enough to let me know if that music sounds a little too intrusive or if it sounds okay. It's hard for me to determine if it's too loud or what. I don't know. That picture's not great. This guy kind of looks like he's interrogating her. Not really the vibe I'm going for with this website. I have quite a few stock images. This is a pretty nice one, actually. Put that on here for now anyway. All right, well, enjoy your trip to New Hampshire. Not entirely sold on this picture yet. To look at my notes. section 1 and 2. I think this needs to have some color on it. Maybe a lighter color. See, I've got this over here. So, interestingly enough, this week I reconnected with an old art school friend of mine who I have not spoken to for maybe 30, I guess it would be like, what, 35 years now? And his name is Dave, and he was one of my roommates in college. And you know, just like what happens in life, you lose touch with people. And, you know, I try to stay in touch with people, with friends and whatnot, but it is hard. You know, everybody's kind of got their own stuff they're doing, and myself included, so it's very easy to lose touch. However, Dave, I have periodically over the years tried to find, like online. I'll do a search once in a while, like, hey, I wonder, you know, and it's become this long-running mystery of, because usually now you can really find, I think, anybody online. It's not hard, but for whatever reason, Dave was very difficult to track down. And in fact, I told him this. I said, I was just kind of concerned. I was hoping you weren't dead. I'm glad you're alive, because you're very difficult to find. But it was cool, you know, just kind of reconnecting over the phone for a few minutes, and yeah, it was nice. So we traded emails and Facebook friended each other, and so that's cool. He's in Indiana. Don't know if it's likely that I'll be able to visit someday, but anyway, it was a interesting experience, because it's almost like you're revisiting a younger version of yourself too, because these are relationships that you had, friendships that you had when you're very young, and then to revisit those friendships later, it kind of calls back your own, you know, your own headspace from that time. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. button too. So we're going to make this a little bit bigger. Request a demo. Kind of feels like we need more copy up here though. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Trying to think of a different approach here. Maybe just kind of feel like we need a little bit of an intro there, because I know it is important to have these products here above the fold. So what if we just kind of dealt with these a little differently? Bold font. Guess I have to do a variable. Seeing any, there we go. Maybe we'll make that just a little bit bigger. Maybe I should do 4. play around with this a little bit. Don't have any real clear ideas other than just move some things around and see. Better horizontal. Let's see how far back I can go. Text here, so like a little intro. Let's just reapproach that a little bit. Take this down here instead. That way now all of this really vital information is above the fold, which is what we want. And this solves the problem the client pointed out. So we reduce the size of that CTA. Added that. Remove the product. Oh, we haven't moved the product logos. Let's go back to the success story page. think that was the testimonials. Sections. Stagger these. I think maybe that should go down there. Oh, and the other weird thing that happened was I got a Facebook message from somebody I went to high school with, and she had found some of my artwork from, I assume from art class, or I don't know. I don't remember what it's from, what it was for, but I guess she's going to mail that up to me. So that was kind of wild to see stuff that I was probably 15 maybe or 16. It's bad. I'll show it to you at the end of this live stream. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see your work from so many years ago. Gonna flip it. Guess we need to make that a little bigger. Alright, so now we'll flip it again. Make a copy of this. And flip that. Flip that back around. And this as well. And we'll replace this image with something else. That's okay for a placeholder. Actually, you know what? I need to use. I think I'll use this one instead. Because he mentioned that he liked that image. So let's just pull that back in if I can find it. Last year, I had the flu for about a week, and I literally was just kind of stuck on the couch for a week. Too miserable to work, but I did work. I organized my stock art folders and files, and that took me about a week, but I got really organized because I have a lot. All right, I haven't found it yet, but there it is. So I'm not saying I'm glad I got sick, but it did force me to kind of just do something else productive, which was needed. I still needed to do it. Alright, so we're gonna check that one off. And then the statistics are going to be, I think those are going to be above this section. Put that right there. Statistics. Logos need to be a slider, which I have. Customer testimony above resources. All right. So I guess maybe this is supposed to go up higher. Possibly. Solutions page. All right, so we're not on the solutions page yet. CTA above resources. Not sure what he's referring to. the CTA above resources page. CTA above resources. There's our resources. I think he wanted some kind of maybe something like this. So I think I'm just going to create a new section here that will be sort of similar to this one. Grab some kind of image for this. Pretty good. Let's see if we can use this one. For that. kind of in the center instead. Yeah. One thing I try to do when I'm creating these website mock-ups is I'm careful not to mock up something that I can't implement, like I can't actually build it. It needs to be designed in a way that it's not going to create a problem for me later. I don't like how these two are right together. I don't think that's really going to work. I'm going to move these logos down. And I'm going to group all of this, since that's a new banner. Call this CTA. Apologies for my sniffles. Seem to be either coming down with something or I've got allergies. We don't need that. Just need the footer. Maybe this text should be a little bigger. Since it's kind of the main message. Well, it's a subheader, I guess you would call it. I think I can move these a little closer together too. think that addresses everything. Alright, so I'm going to stop here with this, and I think I promised you guys I would show you some very, very old artwork. See if I can find it. I just gotta... so funny. How do I save this? Alright, we're gonna download it. Let's just open it up in Photoshop. Alright, so I honestly do not know what this is. I don't doubt that I drew it. My name is right there. I have no idea. It looks like some sort of joke, like crazy people at dinner. It says, what does it say? It says, mouse, oh, it's a box of mouse poison. Causes dizziness, forgetfulness. I can't read what that says. Something. And then boredom. And everybody here has a problem, clearly. There's DM plus LO. I have no idea what that stands for. Yeah. So I was probably, if I were to guess, maybe 15 or 16 when I drew this. Let's see the other one. Okay, so this one, I need to, let's rotate it. This is some kind of cityscape, futuristic thing. I don't know. I mean, I wish I knew what year it was drawn, but it's probably 85 maybe, if I were to guess. It's me learning perspective, and that makes me think maybe this was an art class project. So anyway, that's where I came from. I'm still trying to get better at my craft after all these years. Yeah, so just thought I'd share that with you guys. I am going to sign out here in a moment. What's coming up? I've got some stuff coming up. Let's take a look over at eBay Land, because I think I have some pretty cool things happening over there. Let's go to my page. Got some new stuff, some old stuff. I've got new items daily, so this was listed last night. This is a Secret Wars drawing, kind of a big group poster, and this was from 2003. and I am selling a high quality art print of this art. It's on 11 by 17 2-ply Bristol board. As you can see, there is a kind of a big border around this one, just because at the time I drew this was a commission for a comic shop. I want to say it was in Texas, and the actual original art is like 3 feet high. It was massive, and so what I did is I scanned it in pieces. I may have to sneeze. Give me. I'm gonna pause it so I can blow my nose. Okay, glad you didn't have to witness that. Um, just getting allergies, I guess. Anyway, so I'm selling the print for $45, which I feel like is a pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good price for you're getting a really high quality print that really looks and feels like an original art page. So that was a pretty interesting project. Like I said, it was I think it was like 3 feet high. It was massive, and so I had to scan it, multiple scans, and then I had to piece it together like a jigsaw puzzle in Photoshop, just so I would have my own copy of it. This was a Lone Ranger and Tonto drawing, and I am selling a color print on super nice glossy paper. It is hard signed. This was in 2013. I was really trying to kind of play around with a little different style on this. I don't know. I mean, looking at it now, it's clearly my work, but I think I was trying for a different brushed style. Anyway, it's on very durable, glossy paper. It's not like a cheap paper. It's a very, very high-end art print, and I'm offering this for $40 or best offer. This is a pretty neat one. This was Ultraman from 2003. This was a commission. I am selling a signed art print of that. I know virtually nothing about Ultraman, but I'm sure I referenced the character at the time, and that's what I came up with. We'll do one more. So the other one is, this is an original art page. It's a concept art for one of the characters in my comic book miniseries Hark. And so this is Ada, and it is signed. And this one I'm selling for $60. So anyway, those are the most recent ones. I hope you'll take a look. You can find me at Beyond Forward Art on eBay. You can also find me at Patreon. I post twice a week, Thursdays and Fridays, and I include works in progress, process shots, behind the scenes stuff with my upcoming comic Secret Powers, and offering some pretty good rewards for Patreon members. You can join for free, but if you become a member, there are 4 tiers, and just a variety of stuff. You can get custom sketches, print posters, digital comics that are exclusive to Patreon members, And like I said, just it's a weekly recap of what I'm working on. You get to see the stuff before anybody else. So I hope to see you there. I hope to see you over on eBay, and also here. I am multi-streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram, and so I'm here 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday in theory. This week I was not able to get on for part of the week just because of work commitments. Like I really couldn't get to it. But generally, when I plug and play, it's whatever I'm working on. Like this morning, it was web design stuff, but yesterday was comic book stuff. So it's usually just a variety of those two mediums. So I think that's it for today. Happy Friday. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I hope to see you back here soon.